What's up, guys? This is Ty Zen. I'm broadcasting from, I guess, what you would call the jungles of Vietnam, or a forest, or however you want it. I'm going with my little brother here because the Vietnamese culture is that we have to pay respect. It's an ancestral worship country, which means we have to worship our ancestors, which means our what do you call that? Our ancestors. So I'm here to pay respects to the to my grandfather and my grandmother. So this whole plot of land here, okay, right around me in this jungle, right here, is where my ancestors are buried. So let me stand on here so you guys can see it better. Right here. So because it's the first time right here, I have to come back here, and it's, I guess, it doesn't matter what I believe in, it's Vietnamese family policy that I have to come here and visit my grandfather's grave. So there's all the people here. Yeah, ông nói đâu? Bên đây hả? Dương Văn Định hả? So this is my grandfather's grave right here. So let me see this. This is my grandfather's grave. Okay, so obviously you guys can see that's his last name, that's his first name. So when I came to the US, I changed from my last name from Dong to Zen because it was when I was in prison for drugs. It was the Zen Buddhism that changed my life, that turned me around from stop being a street hustler into thinking, having the mindset of success and getting away from the stupid shit that I was doing on the streets. So that's why we have different last names right now. Over here is the graveyard to my grandmother. Okay, so this is when she was born in 1920. Okay, and that's her right there. Okay, let me get a picture here. All right. Đây lại.
Này bà cô.
Bà cô hả?
Bà cô là
Bà đó là ai?
Hiền hai, là ba anh Tính.
Rồi.
Cô ba anh này là họ Dương, là Dương Thị Giỏi luôn. Là mẹ anh Tính. Chị của ba. Còn này là bà cô Bảy á, là em ruột ông nội.
Sao mình
này là em ruột ông nội, là nuôi chú Bảy trước nhỏ lớn vậy nè. Bà này không có con. Bà này là bà này không có con.
So this is my younger brother. He got left in Vietnam. My younger brother got left in Vietnam when my dad took us away from Vietnam. So that's why he does not know anything about Americans, America, English, or any of that stuff. So it's tradition here. This is my oldest aunt. Okay. She's the oldest one in our family, the oldest aunt in our family line. So that's the oldest sister to my dad. Okay. Rồi mình đốt nhang. Rồi mấy cái mã bệnh đó của ai? Bà con hả?
Con cháu như là họ em ông nội. Bà con cho mình thôi rồi đó.
Gì hả? Rồi cái đất này của ai?
Đất của anh Tính.
Anh Tính mua này để mình
Tính mua đất lại. Cô nóc đất là ngày xưa của cô hai.
Gì hả?
Cô hai là già của anh Tính đó, rồi hôm xưa anh Tính nó mua thằng đất này thì có bố có mua không? Không.
Okay. So this is a swallows condo unit house, so that they can. You see all those little holes? That's where the swallows go in there and nest, and then their saliva comes out and they make a nest with it. And the Asian people think it's has the same longevity effects, so they grow it and they raise it. And usually 1 kilogram of the swallow's nest will go for, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000, $4,000. It's extremely lucrative. It takes about 3 years, and because of that, that's why a lot of people here in my village do it, because it's away from the city. They have to broadcast the mating calls of the swallows here. So my village is one of the biggest, I guess, investors in the swallow's nest, because it's so far from the city, and it's very noisy. You guys may not hear it, but when you get near several condo units, it's extremely loud. Okay, so that's why they can't do it in the city. They have to do it outside the city, and that's why it's so popular here. Okay, we got graves from other families in our family line. It's Vietnamese tradition that it's extremely important that you have that the burial grounds for your family, is like everybody owns their own cemetery and graveyard for their family lineage. So this is where my family lineage is from, and it's extremely overwhelming to visit it, because these are the people that I have heard about in my family, especially my grandfather. He was extremely intelligent man, and I think he spoke like 4 or 5 languages, and extremely educated. Over here, they're picking some, I don't know what kind of berries these are, but they're picking it to eat it because they like it. So I don't know what they're called in English, but that's what they look like. Thế mình ăn là nhiều được không?
Nấu canh ăn. Cái gì anh? Cái giác.
Cái giác hả?
Nó chín mình có ăn được không?
Hả? Bây giờ mình ăn được không?
Nấu canh rồi ăn mới được.
Chứ bây giờ ăn không được hả?
Bây giờ ăn là nó gác.
Okay.
Nó chua mà nó hơi gác.
This is one of my cousins. He's the son of my. He's the son of. He's the son of my oldest aunt. Okay. This is my younger brother. He's being a knucklehead. I try to tell him how to make money. He thinks he knows it all. He doesn't want to listen to me. So you can't help everyone, guys. You can't help everyone, even if it's your own brother. And even if it's your own brother that's struggling and in poverty, you can't help them all, okay? That's one lesson that you guys got to learn from this video, is that you cannot help everyone, okay? So this guy here, on the other hand, is one of my channel followers, right? Say hello, Koi, right?
Hi.
He is extremely financially free from following our channel from the jungles of Vietnam. Somehow or another, he went and borrowed a bunch of money from the banks, okay? And he was able to get into crypto early when we first started our channel, and that's why he's with me here today, because thanks to our channel, he is financially free today and does not have to work his ass off like everyone else here in the village. Okay, so right there. And so when he found out I was coming back to Vietnam, he just wanted to come and say hello and say thanks for sharing the information that we did on our channel to help him become financially free. Otherwise, he'd be busting his ass off like everybody else here in the village. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, guys. Sometimes it's extremely I always find it interesting and fascinating to learn the background, the backdrop of the people that are influencers in the space, and I always like to make these videos to help inspire everyone that even though you can be born in the jungles of Vietnam like I was, right? Crypto has given us an opportunity to overcome this, okay, poverty, and allow us to become financially free, okay? Just to wrap it up, there's some beautiful butterflies flying around here, but they're flying too fast for me to show you guys. There's one right here. Hopefully you guys can see it in the video right there. So you guys are wondering what this nest is for? and why all these birds are in here. So people post up these nets, right? As you can see, all the birds in this jungle. So the nest is extremely fine. You can't really see them. Yeah, I mean, even humans can't see them. I run into them all the time around here. And what happens is the birds fly into it, and then they catch them. So it's like basically a net to catch birds. Okay. So the reason why I'm here is because I need to visit my. Man, I feel like the that jungle guy that I used to watch on TV. That survival guy that's going through the jungles. Oh, by the way, the reason why my family, my ancestors are buried in this jungle over here is because that's where the land is low cost. So everybody comes out into the jungles and buys a huge plot of land. It's probably about 2 acres or 3 acres or sometimes 5 acres. Obviously they don't use acres over here, okay? But they do that so that they have a place to bury their ancestors and their loved ones, okay? Man, this is crazy. I can see why the Americans did not win the war in Vietnam. There is no freaking way an American is going to survive in this shit, okay? I mean, they tried, man, for 30 years, but you are not. Look at this shit, man. You know how many mosquitoes out here tearing people's ass up? Fuck. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying, guys. One of the reasons why I'm sharing with you guys my background here in the village, the fishing village that I grew up in, that I was born in, I mean, is so you guys can have a better idea of my background. I always find it fascinating to learn about where people come from, how they transform their lives, how they grew up, was born into poverty, and how they became financially successful and financially free. And I'm extremely grateful to be able to come back here and help whoever I can back in my village. You know, I'm extremely, extremely grateful, guys, to America, because without living in America for 4 decades, I would not have had developed the mindset, the positive financial mindset, and the wealth mindset, and to be able to get out of poverty, to get out of that poverty ghetto ass mindset. Okay, dude, this shit is fucking thick in here. Look at this. There's one thing that's good though. If you know how to survive in this jungle, the one good thing about it is that there's damn food everywhere. Look at this. These right here are coconut, water coconuts, right? And the roots of them have huge coconuts. You can dig them out and eat them. It's gonna be a pain in the ass without a machete or something. Do it with your bare hands. But that's one thing about Vietnam, and that's why the French tried to invade our country and conquer it for 100 years, and they finally left after their failed colonialization efforts. And the Japanese tried to come in here and take our land, and then the Americans tried to do it for 30 years. And the reason why is because Vietnam is like on steroids. The earth here is like on steroids. You throw shit in the water and it just pops up, okay, and it grows, okay? There's a bunch of vegetables down there, okay? Now, I've shown you guys some wealthy parts of my village, the ones that are the houses that are made out of concrete. Oh, by the way, look at this lemongrass. Look at this beautiful lemongrass plant right here. Look at this. Man, it is so great. Vietnamese people love lemongrass. That's like in every food that they eat. All right, so here's another coconut. And then I want to share with you guys, right? Here's a picture, right, of the villagers over here on this side of the sea. This side is a little bit more poor, as you guys can see here. The houses still made of thatch roofs, okay? So like for this family to have a concrete driveway, that's extremely luxury for them. Look at all these hammocks here. All right, let me go out into the village here. I want to show you guys something that's real common here in Vietnam. So these are roosters here. So in Vietnam, everybody raises roosters like they raise dogs in America. Every family has roosters. Every family has roosters. Okay? You're not real Vietnamese unless you raise roosters, okay? So this is a machine shop here. It's kind of hard for you guys to see, but as you guys can see, the flooding in the streets here in our village. Okay? So just to give you guys a view of what my village looks like right here. So people, just so you guys get a glimpse of how people live. Now, obviously, this is under construction. They're building the floor out. So, hello. Right here's the same way. As you guys can see, they're pouring the floor right now. So, concrete is probably the most used material in my village, and the more poor it is, the more they use tin. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it's, I don't know if you guys can see it, but after it's been poured, it looks something like that. So on the far left, lower left corner, that's the sink, and then over here is like the bed area, okay, the raised area. So okay, so I just want to conclude with this video, guys. So my cousin here, this is his house. It's a little bit, I guess you can call it on the wealthier side here. It's still tin roof and everything. The reason why you can see that he's a little bit wealthier is he's collecting all these exotic plants here, okay? And then he has, if you guys notice, you can tell he's also wealthy. The signs of wealth. He's got like floors here, tiled floors in his backyard and on the back deck. And the size of his property is a lot bigger. So on this side of the village, he would be considered a little bit on the wealthier side. Okay. So, hey, thanks for watching this video, guys. If you guys like this type of video, well, I share with you guys my background, where I came from, how I got wealthy in America, and how I came back to Vietnam. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, you think it sucks, you know, it's a waste of your time, give me a thumbs down so I don't make it anymore. And thanks for watching this video, guys. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. Oh, by the way, if you're a serious cryptocurrency trader and investor, and you happen to be, you know, in an area where you're not doing the best and you want to learn how to trade and invest in cryptocurrencies correctly, go check out our cryptocurrency investing blueprint. It's at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint, and in that cryptocurrency investing blueprint, I share everything that I've done in my entire life, pretty much, on how I got to where I'm at. You know, how I grew up in a small, poor-ass fishing village like this, came to the U.S., learned how to trade stocks, futures, forex, and then got into cryptocurrencies and how it changed and transformed my life. It's all documented in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. So go check it out. Thanks for following me, guys. Oh, follow me on Twitter at HeyTaiZen. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in a future video.